St. Clair County will be out offensively as they will take over. Looks like a spread offense, of course, and that is the order of the day. Give on the right side, and first defender not able to bring him down, but then a host of Handley Tigers in there to make the stop. So brings up second down and 9 for St. Clair County.
This is a big, and this is the thing we've seen from St. Clair County through the years. This is as big of an offensive line. This is a bigger offensive line than even James Clemens or Ben Russell had, or Oxford, or the team from Ray County, Tennessee. This is a massive offensive front from St. Clair County.
Good look there after a big-time stop for number 66, Chaz Harmon. Only a sophomore at that defensive tackle spot for Handley. And he makes a big hit there early.
We talked about the St. Clair County offensive line being big and physical and a lot of beef up there. Look at that defensive line for the Handley Tigers. Big and athletic. Those front four are as good as you'll see in 4A football.
Little flare pass. Oh, my goodness, what a shot. Darius Joyner timed it out. The pass was high, and Joyner with a perfectly timed hit. You see it right here. This may be the hit of the weekend. Just a floating pass. Great job hanging on by the receiver, but Joyner drives him to the turf. And it's going to be the punt situation, so they'll move it forward 35 yards. And Handley defense comes out very, very physical to open up this first part of the ball game.
A very quick 3 and out for the St. Clair County Saints offense. And that was a pretty impressive 3 plays by the Handley defense, to be honest with you, right there.
Folks to watch for the Handley Tigers. And that is, looks like Will Smith, Trey Drake, and Jay Brown. Some guys to watch, and I'm going to tell you, that guy you see there on the screen, not too bad either, Rhett Fedner, as he'll give it off on the right side. And across the 35 out to the 37, Josh Hatcher on the carry there. As the little misdirection goes off to Hatcher, and he's able to fall forward across the 35 to the 39-yard line.
Hatcher, nice burst of speed to get to the outside. And again, we'll go hurry up, no huddle spread, 4 wide receivers, quarterback in the shotgun, an offside or an offset back, and a penalty flag.
Someone may have lined up in the neutral zone right here, as we're trying to run down a St. Clair County roster. So if we can,
as we understand it, the PA announcer does not, here at the stadium, does not have a roster either. And we tried during the week to get a roster, and we're unsuccessful. And so we're still trying to see if we can find one for you. One of the perils of spring football.
That's it. Fedner, your quarterback there, as he'll take it, roll to the left side, looking, throws it, and big hit across the way, but catch made by Spanky Watts as he'll haul it in. Good, tough catch. And he is going to be driven there by number 8 rather. The third down, a long yard now.
Didn't gain a whole lot, but a good sliding catch by Watts. Everybody's checking their wristbands.
Good size St. Clair County's defensive line as well, and another flag.
I think it's the wide receiver on the far side over there that's lining up in the neutral zone. I'm not sure which one it is, but.
Dead ball, offsides against the Tigers. That'll move it back 5.
It is definitely a wide receiver. They've got 4 wide receivers. They had twins to both sides, and one of those guys is now 2 out of the last 3 plays lined up in the neutral zone. So Claire Strain will take care of that. I don't think we'll see that one again. Look, they're all back. Look at all 4 of them now. Look at these guys. They're now 3 or 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to make sure.
They made a change over here at tackle too, so I don't know if they may have found out that Justin Higgins might have been guilty. Throw on the outside, catch is made. 35-yard line, 40 near sideline. Big time run by Malik Meadows after the catch. And that's the thing about it. If you've got a quarterback with the arm like Fettner, you see right here, the receiver gets it very quickly. And all of a sudden, Meadows has a chance to turn that corner and get positive yardage, so a big gain for the Tigers.
Also, you have to respect that arm strength, too. So when he gives that just that little hesitation, like he might throw it deep and then goes to the outside with it, that hesitation a lot of time freezes that corner because they've got to respect the deep ball with a guy with an arm like that.
First down and 10 for the Tigers.
Wide receivers are all taking a step backward now. Every time they come to the line, they're all going 2 or 3 steps back.
Handoff goes to Watts. He'll try the left side. It's a good block out there. Powers his way across the 40. He'll take it all the way down to the 37-yard line.
Saw Watts out of the backfield catch a sliding pass. Our first time now seeing him carrying the football, and a nice burst of speed to the outside and taking all the way into the sticks over there on the St. Clair County bench.
They're going to find a lot of ways to get Watts involved offensively. This guy's a true talent for the Tigers. Picks up 9, second down and a yard to go. Shotgun look again for the Tigers. Fettner, he's going to step back to pass. Throws it down the middle, got his man, catch is made, down to the 5-yard line goes Jay Brown. That was a well-delivered football and a great catch by Brown. As he catches it, keeps his balance, he's in the end zone, but he'll take it inside to the 5-yard line.
Fettner showing why he may very well be one of the top returning quarterbacks in 4A football this fall. That was not only on the money accurate, but also, man, he delivers. You talk about the speed and talking about how he can throw a football. Man, he had some mustard on that one. Right on target inside the 5.
Safety not a chance to react because that football was by him so fast. This is Watts right side. He'll hammer his way to the goal line. And they'll say the ball is short of the goal line by about a half yard.
Watts' helmet made it into the end zone, but the ball did not cross the goal line. Good call by the officials there. So second down and goal at about the 1-foot line.
Power eye set. Watts dots the eye. He gets the handoff up the middle, and that's going to be Josh Hatcher into the end zone. They'll go to the up back, and he walks in the end zone. So Handley's on the board, 6-0 here.
Very impressive opening drive by Handley. Good combination of running and throwing, nice balance. Again, on the extra point here, no rush, no blocking, no live kicks here. But as we saw last night, even if it's a bad snap, they'll still let you come back and give it another shot. So we'll see. Watch the snap and the hold here.
Hudson Burns has had a warm-up. He's already delivered one. That snap goes through. They'll get it, go back up, and this time they will not let them do it.
Okay.
All right.
Last night they let them have another shot at it, but this time they say, no,
they whistle it dead.
You're done.
6-0 the score, 7:59 remaining here in this first period. But if you're just joining us, Rhett Fettner, the quarterback for Handley, has already committed to play baseball at Auburn. He's got a fastball clocked at 88 to 89, almost 90 miles an hour.
So, Tommy, I don't know how this works. You're a baseball guy as well. How does that relate to football?
Well, evidently, if you throw it baseball hard, you can throw the football just like he's done here in the first half. 8 plays, 70 yards, 2:22 off the clock. That's your Tony Sarah Ford scoring drive. But I tell you, you've had folks saying, "Oh, it's different than throwing a baseball," but
it's still hard.
He didn't throw the football 88 miles an hour, but I tell you what, it was so fast that the secondary really didn't have a chance to react to it, and that is a huge advantage when you got a quarterback that can do that. St. Clair County back offensively, tries the left side, and Hatcher, who just scored the touchdown, leads the charges from his defensive spot, and he's up to make the hit.
This is what's impressive. Last year, early in the season, Handley was giving up some points. They gave up that 48 to Munford. I think they gave up about 29 points or so to Dadeville. By the end of the year, when they shut out Central Clay and they held UMS to 20, you could see the improvement, and that's what we're seeing here today. This defense has been fantastic here in this first quarter.
Second and long, pressure coming again, throwing it deep down the middle. Coverage is there. They battle for it and knocked away. Both players took quite a tumble there as they will find their way up here, but throwing it deep down the middle there. Good arm by the quarterback for St. Clair, but coverage Joyner down there deep, able to knock the football away.
Math was always my weakest subject, so I don't know the answer to this, but I guess the question was, if you can throw a football 95 miles per hour, how fast, a baseball 95 miles per hour, how fast can you throw a football?
Well, that would be a sports science experiment there. I think that that would be something to look into for sure. Flips it on the outside, too tall.
Fettner would be a good guy to have as
that would be fun to
case
know.
study. Yeah.
That would be fun to know. But that's going to bring up 4th down, and St. Clair is going to have to move it forward 35 yards and call it a punt.
2 consecutive 3-and-outs now by this Handley defense. And their last offensive possession, their first one of the game, was also very impressive as well. So we have seen a very impressive performance here in the first 5 minutes or so of this game by Handley, both offensively and defensively. And here comes Fettner again. He is very impressive, very impressive. You can tell just by the confidence he has and command of the offense. And play calling was excellent in that last drive also.
Well, and you know, you look at number 5, Spanky Watts. That we saw him out of the backfield. We saw him catch passes, and I think they're going to find ways to get him the football. But Malik Meadows is also a weapon offensively. So they've got their share of weapons, and here comes Watts to the near side showing the speed. He turns the corner and gets across the 40. He'll take it out to about the 42-yard line. But there are weapons galore on this offense. You see right here, leading the way is Meadows out here looking for somebody to block, and just the pressure from the defense. Really, you got to credit St. Clair County there for getting out on the boundaries and able to bottle him up there. It looked like a short game, but it's 8, but it could have been a lot bigger.
Watts is such a weapon. They can line him up at tailback. Now they've got him lined up as a slot receiver. They can line him up as almost an H-back, and we saw him bring him on this speed sweep that last play.
There goes Meadows. He's got running room. He's got the first down across the 45 to the 47. Zone read that time. Gives it off to Meadows. You see right here, he turns it up and gets his first down, plants that left foot and gets upfield. So another first down for the Handley Tigers. First down and 10. Handley on the move again, leading 6-0, 6:14 remaining here in this first. Fettner steps back. What a throw. Threads the needle, and the catch is made out here, pulled in by Dre Watkins, the senior. And he falls forward for the first down.
Great catch by Watkins. A lot of times in baseball, we use the terminology of frozen rope. We don't use that very much in football. That was a frozen rope right there in football.
You just see that's a confident young man. He understands what it takes to be quarterback, and a lot of quarterbacks don't attempt that last pass. And he knows he can put the football where he wants to, and that's a great throw and catch. Again, the shotgun look. He'll drop back. Throws it out here. Catch made again. Down to the 32-yard line goes Quay Patterson.
Larry Strain has put together a very potent offense, Tommy. He's got a lot of weapons, a lot of athleticism at every one of the skill positions. He's got a top-notch quarterback that can run and throw it, and he's got multiple weapons. They're very balanced. I think that's the big thing that we're noticing with this Handley. Even though they're a spread team with 4 wide, sometimes 5, and they get in the shotgun, they can run the football as well. So it's not just a throwing offense. They're very balanced.
Receivers doing a great job catching the football, too. Here's Meadows up the middle. Big hole. He'll take it down to the 25, slides down there. So Meadows will take it inside. They'll say the knee hits just outside the 35. As now the Handley Tigers on the move. Again, offensively, they have really been able to hit midseason form here in the first half of this ball game. Good look there at Fettner. Throws it on the outside and doesn't hang on that time. Tried to run before he caught it. Christian Allen bobbled it, and it is incomplete. But another throw by Fettner that's right on the money.
Two of the hardest working men in all of television, Chase Robinson and Gerhard Mathangani, have done some work here, and we have a starting lineup for the St. Clair County Saints.
All right. Absolutely awesome. That is well needed up here in the booth. Clock with 4:46 left here in the first. They'll move it back now, just outside the 35-yard line. Handley facing a third down. Fedner will take. Gives it to Watts. Nothing there. Good defensive play that time, right up the middle, leading the charges. Tyler Sloan for St. Clair County. He's up to make the hit. So now 4th down for Handley. Tigers going to go for it here.
It's the best defensive play we've seen from St. Clair County. It's the first time we've really seen them get any kind of penetration whatsoever. They got a massive front there. Start looking at some of those starters up there like Grayson Copeland and Jalen Cunningham and also Javon Owsley and some of those guys. But the first time they've had some penetration in this game today.
Quick hitch on the outside. Catch is made. Breaking a tackle. 20-15. First down yardage down to the 12-yard line. That is Quay Patterson. He fielded the low throw right here. Had to go down and get it. The knee did not touch, so he turns it around the side. And a good run after the catch gets Handley a first down as they keep this drive alive with 4:04 remaining.
Andrew Dempsey of St. Clair County was in the neighborhood, but he not only got blocked, he got stiff-armed at the same time, totally knocked out of the play, and that allowed him to spring forward for the big gain and the extra yards.
First down and 10. Tigers on the move again. Give off. Left side. Hatcher. As he'll fall forward close to the 11. Gain of a couple.
Big nose guard for St. Clair County. Jalen Cunningham wrapped him up as soon as he hit the line of scrimmage that time. Cunningham looks like he may be a 280, 290 guy at nose guard for the Saints.
Second down, about 8. Tigers offensively performing well and really on both sides of the football. Handley has looked very good here today. Motion man, Meadows gets the fake. They'll come back this side to Hatcher. Hatcher hit, spins off, fighting forward. He'll knife and dive and drive and fall into the 6-yard line. Good run by Hatcher. You see right here, he's hit at about the 10, will not go down, keeps the legs moving, spinning, diving. Better look of it right here.
Did a real good job had him hanging on the football that time because he had a lot of guys reaching in there. Didn't have a real good hold of it. Nicely designed play as they brought Meadows around on the speed sweep, faked the speed sweep, and then went back inside to Hatcher.
Third down. Under center, hand off to Watts. Watts hit, falls forward, going to depend on the spot. He met Jalen Cunningham right in the hole. Watts falls forward, and it's going to depend on the spot here. They may have to measure this.
Tommy, you see a lot of times when teams are a spread no huddle team like that, you don't see a lot of times when they get in short yardage situations the ability to come back under center and go in short yardage. But we've seen Larry Strain and his team not only be able to go spread, but then come back with a power I formation. When they get in short yards and goal line situations, they were power I that time. They're going to be power I this time, it looks like, is the formation we're seeing. Only one wide receiver. That shows diversity of the offense. And I'm not sure maybe in his first year as coach they were able to be that creative and that diverse. But that's another thing in year 2 as we see them go back into this power I.
Fourth down at about a half yard for the Tigers. They'll sweep it to the right side to Watts. Watts gets a great block and goes into the end zone. My goodness, what a block out here. And we're going to see in a minute Dre Watkins paving the way for Watts to get to the corner. You watch right here, number 22 gets a great seal block. You see it right there, pancake block, and Watts follows that block into the end zone. Watch this block by 22 coming around the corner. Just shoves his man to the ground, goes for a second, and Watts, great camera work, guys. As you see that block, and that paves the way into the end zone for the Handley Tigers.
Yeah, Watkins really had 2 blocks that time, the pancake block and got the chip of another one as Tigers are going to go for 2 here.
This time Fedner rolls out right, throws it in the end zone. Catch is made for the 2-point conversion. Jay Brown pulls it in the back of the end zone.
By number 10, and the 2-point conversion is good.
So 14-0, Handley with the lead. Tell you what, Brown open in the back of the end zone for that one. Nobody around him, and Fedner puts it on the money again. And Handley really hitting on all cylinders here.
you're going to play this Handley team this fall, and they'll have a jamboree game coming up August 19th at home against Bremen, Georgia, and then they open up against a Callaway, Georgia team. Regardless of who's on the schedule, as we take a look at the scoring drive there, you're going to have to bring your defensive lunch pail because these guys have got some weapons on offense.
11 plays. You know, in spring football, how many teams really are patient enough to go 11 plays, not really any kind of miscue, and again, they go in the end zone, 62-yard drive, 5:14 off the clock, and now look at that St. Clair offense again as they will try the defense for Handley, who has been just as impressive. They'll come up with a stop there. Brings up 2nd down and 10, just nothing able to get going for St. Clair. There's some of the guys Coach Lance Smith counting on for 2016. Grayson Beatty, junior safety. Also Justin May, the running back. And up front is leader Tyler Sloan, back for his senior campaign. St. Clair football. Handoff up the middle. And not a whole lot of running room there for Justin May. Do have a flag down. I believe there may be a face mask call down in the Sea of Humanity out there.
And as impressed as we have been with this Handley offense, we haven't talked nearly enough about the defense. But, Tommy, they've had 2 consecutive 3-and-outs, and we do have a face mask going to be whistled against Handley. As far as defense goes, that's really the only mistake they've made. They have been, by my estimation, equally as impressive on defense as they have been on offense, just not quite as spectacular. Just 3-and-out, 3-and-out.
Well, they've not been on the field long enough for us to talk about them. I mean, you know, it's just 3 plays and then gone. So they have been able to really shut down this St. Clair offense. Now the Saints facing a 2nd down and a long 3. As Fisher loads up the shotgun, he'll take it, give it to May. Oh my goodness, what a hit. He is drilled in the backfield. Trey Drake. That is a good looking linebacker right there, John. Look at that. He's got college potential written all over him. Watch him come up, read it, and just unload.
Drake, Bart Boyd, Josh Hatcher, we talked about him on offense, then on the defensive end as well. That we talked about at the very beginning of the game, what an impressive looking athletic front 4 that is for Handley. Those guys are not only big, but they're athletic looking as well. Also want to mention Demarius Stevens in there. Actually, Zach Nelson, 73. He's playing that left side tackle over there. It's a good-looking bunch on that front 4 for Handley.
Fake, roll out right side, trouble in the backfield, shakes one defender, throws it in the flat, it's going to be picked off. Down the far sideline, off and running, taking it to the house is going to be Christian Allen, and he will take it into the end zone, and Handley goes up 20-zip. Just a pick 6 on the far side. That time Fisher tries to hit it in the flats, and reading it all the way is Allen, and when he gets his hands on it, he knows where to take it, and that's down the far side into the end zone.
Bart Boyd was the one that really blew that play up. All kind of pressure, had his hands on the quarterback there for just a second, really forcing that errant throw. And everybody in Class 4A in the state of Alabama better get ready, because what we've seen here this afternoon, this Handley team is going to make some noise in Class 4A football.
Yeah, Hudson Burns on for the extra point here. This time the snap is good. The flag throws. He puts it up. And the officials have been more strict on the extra points today than we saw last night. Illegal procedure.
There's no rush. There's no live kick, and we get an illegal procedure on the extra point.
I don't know. But they're going to move it back 5 and let him do it again. I'm not sure how we get that, but again, that coach, that official right there would have really had a tough time last night with the snap, get back up, go put it down, and kick it again.
That was the
maybe there's not enough on. Here comes the player scampering on. He's not sure where to go, but
James Clemens, Ben Russell game. We had that last night, and the referee just said, I'll do it again.
Let's see. There we go. He gets it down there, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 21-0, your new score. Handley on top, 14 seconds left on the clock. I am thoroughly impressed with what I've seen from Handley. Offensively, They throw the ball well. They run the ball well. They catch the ball, and they block up front. I don't know what else you can ask out of an offense. Defensively, they've covered the pass well. They've stopped the run. They have, both sides of the football, John, they have been able to really turn in one of the better performances we've seen all weekend.
Well, we talked about last night with the James Clemens defense, and we didn't see any weaknesses on the defensive side. And I'd have to say the same thing about Handley's defense. I just don't really see a weakness defensively. They've got big, fast, athletic defensive linemen. Same way with linebackers, a secondary with shutdown corners, big guys that cover a lot of ground in the secondary. Look at the safety there. Look at number 1, Darius Joyner. The guy looks like he's probably, 6'1", well over 200 pounds, playing at free safety there.
Impressive performance here. St. Clair County with 14 seconds in which to operate. Throwing it down the middle, too tall, picked off again. And slipping down across the way, Malik Meadows got that INT. So Jace Fisher, the last 2 passes have gone to the opposite guys. This one just floated on him, and I tell you what, if Meadows keeps his footing there, he may still be running.
Secondary has not had a lot of opportunities, but they have been everywhere, covering a lot of ground back there. 2 interceptions already, 1 a pick 6, batted down every other thing that's been their way, and now here comes Fettner again, and this is the best field position that Handley's had. They're going to start inside the St. Clair 50 at the 48.
They're fixing to go load them. You look down here at Meadows, one-on-one coverage out here, and you got 7 seconds left. But they also didn't have enough folks on the field, so have to spend a time out there to make sure they get 11 out there. But I think you're about to see the arm of Fettner right here as they'll take a shot deep because it's the last play, and what have you got to lose here?
This is scheduled to be 2 quarters, and again, these have been like 2 halves. So in essence, this is the last play of the half. They will switch possessions back over, but I think St. Clair County began with a football, so Handley will get it right back again, but when they get it back, they'll get it at their own 35-yard line. Don't forget, coming up, our next game after this half is over, we will have the St. Clair County varsity staying on the field to take on the Jacksonville varsity. We've seen the Jacksonville JV earlier. We'll see their varsity come back out. And then we've got more varsity action coming up to close out the afternoon, as we'll have the Anniston Bulldogs moving down from 5A to 4A this year to take on the defending 2-time state champion Leeds Green Wave with a new head coach and Lee Gibson coming. So I know a lot of folks will be interested in what Leeds has. They've been, without question, the best program in 4A football the last couple of years, and see what they've got for 2016. We'll have them a little bit later on this afternoon.
St. Clair dropping everybody back. Fettner fakes it, rolls back to the right, throws it down, caught by Watts. Watts then throws it in the air, catches it back, and steps out of bounds. Just adding a little more excitement to wind up the first half.
Threw the ball 10 yards forward and then went and caught it. Watch this.
It's like in recess when you used to play tag football and you'd throw it up, and when they tag you and catch it on the other side of the tag and keep it alive. Watch him.
Pitches
just
it
loses
out
it and pushed out of bounds. But the Tigers have really been up and down the field here in this first half.
They put 2 minutes on the clock, so this will be a 2-minute break between quarters. And we'll be back in just a moment, I think, for we got some T-shirts. T-shirts coming up with we got the Handley cheerleaders that are going to do the T-shirts. Let's take it down to the field.
They had to do a cheer before the T-shirts. Now they're unleashing them into the crowd. Folks from Handley going home with a T-shirt there.
The ever popular Core Sports Pigskin Roundup touchdown T-shirts. Those will no doubt be back this fall as we are out on the pig trail for high school games. We'll have more T-shirts and more football here at JSU coming up.
As a social worker, my cousin devotes her career to helping others. But when she was diagnosed with cancer, she was the one who needed help. She needed a hospital with an accredited cancer program and the latest in technology and care options. plus a compassionate team of doctors, nurses, and counselors with treatments that fit her schedule. So where did she find all that?
Right here at RMC.
Experience a blast from the past in Glencoe. The Big Chief Drive-In has been an East Alabama tradition since 1963, and families from all over are still discovering what a great place it is to meet up with friends for good food and great memories. Locally owned and operated by Jeff and Regina Word, the Big Chief cooks up delicious burgers, chicken fingers, fries, and more, plus milkshakes and ice cream specialties that'll keep you coming back for more no matter the time of year. Like them on Facebook to get details on daily specials. The Big Chief Drive-In in Glencoe.
Hand off to Meadows. He comes near side. Good pop out here at about the 42-yard line, but not before Meadows can pick up about 8 yards. Actually, about 9 after they mark it off, but just a speed sweep. And as we said, John, this Handley team can score a variety of ways. So they have been able to really show us offensively so many things that they're able to do. And keep in mind, this is just the spring. They played baseball up until last week, so I don't know how many actual football practices they got in. You see Fetner roll out, throw it in the flats, catch. Unable to hang on there was Dre Watkins.
A lot of times, too, you'll see in a spread formation sometimes when quarterback is not very mobile. But Fetner's a guy that can move. We saw good evidence of that. Able to run away a little bit from the pressure there. Good speed. And we've seen a variety of formations. That's another thing in the spring. Coach is trying to keep it simple. There's only so much you can teach. I think this is the benefit of going to the second year instead of being a first-year coach. They're throwing out a lot of different formations, too.
That's it. And that's the thing about it. As a defense, if you're St. Clair County, it's hard to figure out exactly how you need to line up because you're seeing so many different looks offensively. As Fetner rolls out to the right, got his man in the flats, throw, catch, and to the 45-yard line goes Jay Brown once again.
Good open field tackle by Grayson Beatty of St. Clair County, because if Beatty does not make that tackle, we've got another long touchdown from Handley. He was the only guy over there, but made a nice, as you saw there, good open field tackle by Grayson Beatty.
First out of 10 for the Handley Tigers. As offensively, they have been hitting on all cylinders here at Burgess Snowfield. 21-0 your score. Handley on top. Fetner fakes it, goes right side, got running room, turns the corner, got his first down inside the 35. Another zone read play. Got a player lose a helmet out here for Handley. It is Wilkes. He's going to have to check out. But you see the speed there of Fetner.
Another thing on that read option, Tommy, one of the toughest things to teach a quarterback to do is when you pull that ball out of the running back's belly and keep it so many times, one, to make that look real, to fake off the defense, and then two, to not to have a misconnection there. And he's had 2 or 3 times where he's faked us out up here. I thought the running back had the football, and he had pulled it out at the last moment.
Fetner drops straight back this time, throws it in the flats, catch is made, cuts it back inside. Got a flag out here as he'll take it down to about the 15-yard line on the catch that time. Christian Allen again.
Handley coaches are indicating it's going to be an ineligible receiver downfield. See if that is indeed the case.
The officials meet and they agree it is an eligible receiver downfield again.
Now, if I was another long pass play, picking up some good yardage by Handley. That's been about the only thing that stopped Handley today has been a few penalties.
You know, Christian Allen did something there. If you're a young receiver, one thing that you've got to understand is you don't wait on the football, you go get it. As he set up, the ball's coming toward him, he went toward the football and able to cut down on the time the ball was in the air, made a great catch, and then was able to cut upfield.
Very nice job by all these receivers today. That's one thing. The receivers and the quarterback seem to be on the same page already. And when you get to thinking about, we got the new rules that are coming this summer where you can actually have 3 weeks of competitive play, 3 weeks of, in essence, 7-on-7 play. You give these guys in some 7-on-7 camps and things this summer, and they're going to be in midseason form by game number 1.
This time, Fetner on the keep, hit right at the line of scrimmage. Snap was a little bit off, and He was able to get what he can, but up the middle there, he's met not a whole lot as John Braswell able to get the stop there.
We'll talk about in a moment. I think we've got the Handley schedule that we'll see in a few moments, and we'll talk about Handley and the region they're in and some of their non-region games, and talk about some of the folks that are going to have to try to slow down this Handley offense this fall.
Fedner back in the flats, catch is made, and Spanky Watts out to try to block for Darius Joyner. Actually clipped him just a little bit. Joyner unable to keep his balance. You see right here, Spanky Watts is coming out to set the block, and the two collide, and Joyner can't keep his footing, so he slides down. It's going to set up a third down at about 9.
I know why all these folks made it up here from Roanoke today. They're excited about this football team. They know what they've got coming back, know the talent they had. They wanted to see them out here in a game situation. So those folks making the trip up here from Roanoke, and I don't blame them. This has got to make them real excited to come in here and look as impressively as they have today, as we'll get a timeout called. We mentioned the schedule for Handley. They'll have on the 19th there, that's an open date, but that actually will be a jamboree game against Bremen, Georgia. That doesn't count. And then they've got a big school coming in. They're kind of stepping up on their schedule. Callaway out of LaGrange, Georgia. And then you've got non-region games at Lynette, a traditional now, I think, closing game with Central of Clay County. Their region will get you ready. Tallahassee moving down from 5A, and then you got Elmore County. You got Leeds, defending state champion 2 times, Childersburg, Munford, who has been unbelievable the last couple of years and expected to be very good again. We'll see them here Monday here at the Gridiron Challenge. Dadeville, always good. Holtville. Tommy, you're very familiar with a lot of these teams. That region going to get you ready for the 4A playoffs, no doubt about it.
That is an extremely tough region. I don't see an easy week there. You talk about that schedule, and Handley, that is going to be a tough row all the way down through there. But again, this Tiger team has looked very well this afternoon. I think that they, to me, would have to be the favorite going into that region, but there are plenty of teams right there that could be fighting it out toward the end.
That is always, last year they had some of the best games in that region I think that were played in this state, particularly the Munford Leeds game and the Munford Handley game. Had to be some of the best games played in this state in any class.
Fedner looks deep. Battle for it at the goal line. Going to be incomplete. Good coverage out there that time for St. Clair County. And able to knock it away. You see right here, Fedner gives his man an opportunity to go up and get it. But the battle for it right there at the goal line. Meadows. And they just, again, could not pull it in. Incomplete pass.
And we've got a personal foul penalty going to be whistled against St. Clair County. There was a penalty flag thrown down right at the 30-yard line, just beyond the line of scrimmage, and they're going to call personal foul against St. Clair County. So they had a nice defensive play, Tommy, breaking up a long pass down the goal line. And then that's going to cost them, though, afterwards, after the play was over, 15 yards. So that will give Handley another first down. It was going to be, what, third down and about 10? Is that what it was going to be?
It was a tough third down to get, but looks like Jalen Cunningham just showing some frustration after the play. And so that will move it forward inside the 20. Handley's got a first down and 10 at about the 19-yard line.
We'll give you some analysis of the St. Clair County schedule. I think we've got their schedule as well. We'll have that a little bit later on and talk about what Lance Smith and his squad are going to face over in Odenville coming up this fall.
Fedner with a couple of wide outs to either side, and Watts standing to his left. He'll step back, fake it, flip it out to Watts. Watts slips the first defender to the 20-yard line, gets a block, and he'll take it down to the 10. Again, just a little quick screen on the outside to Watts. You see it right here. When he makes that first man miss, he turns it up the field. Not a lot of dancing for Spanky Watts. He's one of those guys that is north-south, and a great run there after the catch and a pickup of 9.
One of the things as an offense, you don't want to have one or two players that the defense can key on, and they do not have that problem. They have so many weapons. There's no one guy that you can key on, as they now go back to a straight eye formation. I think it's the first time we've seen just a straight eye.
They'll sweep it to Watts. He'll try the right side. Blocked by Hatcher, and Watts turns it Down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Going to be first and goal.
And Watts in particular, as we mentioned before, they line him up at wide receiver. Here he is in the tail of the eye at tailback. They've lined him up in the slot. They've lined him up out wide. They use him in a variety of ways. A wide receiver, a running back. They bring him around on speed sweeps. We've seen that. They've got a lot of playmakers, but if you had to pinpoint one guy that's been the real playmaker, I think it's been Spanky Watts, number 5 right there.
I think so. And look, when you switch and you go to Malik Meadows back there, he's like a carbon copy. He's another guy that can do so many things offensively.
Again, formations, power eyes, twins, and now we had single receivers that side and an eye and another touchdown.
There's Meadows as he'll take it in the end zone for another touchdown. You see right here, just a straight sweep, gets good blocking out front. Hatcher leads the way. You see a good block there. And he just turns it right in there for another touchdown. So Handley up 27-0 now.
I have always loved, Tommy, one of my favorite plays in football has been one of the simple plays, and that is just a simple tall sweep out of the I formation.
Kick by Burns is up. And it's right through there again. 8:03 remaining, 28-0. It's all Handley here this afternoon. They have put it together again, another long scoring drive. You see it right there. Tony Sarah Ford scoring drive shows 10 plays, 65 yards, 3:57 off the clock. So they had an 11-play drive earlier, 10-play drive this time. Coach Larry Strain has to be pleased with what he's seen today.
I was about to say, you read my mind. I was about to say when Chase Robinson talks with Larry Strain after the game, what is Coach Strain? You and I know him both well. What's he going to complain about? What could he possibly – I know he will, but what could he possibly find to be unhappy about today after this performance?
Yeah, at this point, I can't think of anything. You really can't.
Maybe some penalties. You know, there's going to be something there, but the penalties, and there haven't been many of those, but penalties about the only thing that I can say that he could possibly be displeased with.
All right, so that's going to be the thing. We're going to find out what Coach Strain can.
What is he unhappy about?
What
today?
can he be unhappy? Handoff right side, coming to the corner. Big hit. Wow. Coming up again.
And he may just say, he might just say nothing. He might surprise us.
He may do it. Yeah. That's going to be the one that we'll have to watch. Gain of a couple. But again, they have been sure tackling out here on the outside. Second down at about 7 yards to go for St. Clair County.
May's a good-looking tailback for the Saints.
Yeah, good size. Hands it off. Hit as soon as he gets to the line. Defensive penetration again for the Tigers.
But one guy can't run through 5 of those red jerseys right there, and that's what he's facing. He gets to the line of scrimmage. There's 2 guys waiting on him. He does a spin move, and there's 3 more.
Leading the charges that time. Again, credit Trey Drake finishing off. Third down now for the Saints. As we roll under 7 minutes left. Handley still trying to get the right personnel on the field. Handoff on the left side, but not a whole lot there. But again, fighting forward. You got to give May some credit as he is hit as soon as he gets a football, but he still tries to struggle forward across the 40-yard line.
May is getting everything that St. Clair County has gotten really on his own. He's getting 3 yards a carry, but he's getting all that by himself. And another 3 and out by the Handley defense. So here comes another 35-yard punt. And they're going to turn it right back over to this Handley offense. And every phase of the game has just been most impressive by the Handley Tigers.
6:25 left here in this matchup. Next up, St. Clair taking on the Jacksonville Golden Eagles.
That will be varsity play. I would imagine that we've got a lot of Handley folks here. They're going to go back to Roanoke, and I would imagine all summer long the chatter is now going to be raised to a high level around southern Randolph County about the potential this football team has. There's going to be a lot of excitement in and around Roanoke, Tommy, after this performance today.
Yeah, the expectations are going to be high for sure. Now it looks like the second team for Handley going to be out there, so we'll see the return of Corey Bell at quarterback. If you're just joining us, Quandarius Lyons, the sophomore quarterback, went down with an injury in the first game. So Lyons played a lot of quarterback. Hamby just got slung to the turf. A little belly-to-back suplex there.
I'm impressed, Tommy, that you know that wrestling terminology there. Is Jalen Cunningham in with a big, as you said.
Yeah, just pick him up and throw him down.
Wow, that's a big guy, too. Just to tip the scales at about 300 pounds.
Second down and about 9. Bell's got it, rolls to the near side, throws it in flats, and is it picked off?
Yes.
Interception is made. Good catch by Grayson Beatty. Just goes over the top and plucks it out of the air. And now St. Clair County. Watch this catch right here. He throws it. Beatty just climbs the ladder, goes over the top of Houston, and rips it out. And it's going to be St. Clair County football at the 24-yard line.
Beatty, a phenomenal job. Not only breaking to the football, to have body control so to not interfere, and then to be able to snag that in and not drop the football as he was falling to the ground. Very athletic play there by Grayson Beatty of St. Clair County. So here's a golden opportunity, certainly the best chance that St. Clair County's had today to try to put some points on the board as they'll begin this drive at the 24. So let's see what they can do. I think we maybe have some second team linemen in now for Handley.
Hand off left side. May struggles forward. He'll pick up a yard, maybe 2. St. Clair County would love to just get on the board here, trailing 28-0. Second down and 9 for the Saints. Fisher, the quarterback for St. Clair County, as he'll take it, leave it on the right side. Good tackle on the inside that time for the Handley Tigers. Number 63 up to make the hit there. Cortez Lewis. Check that, 66 on the stop. That is Harmon again.
Third down and about 7 now for the Saints. Certainly here in a spring game, only chance you really had to be in scoring territory. This will be 4-down territory, no doubt, for Lance Smith and the Saints.
Hand off up the middle, nothing there. My goodness. Tried the right side, but that defensive front for Handley, they are just tough to move out of there.
Both teams working in some second team players. St. Clair County doing that on offense. And I tell you what, not much drop off on this defensive front for St. Clair County, or I should say for Handley, from the starters to the second teamers. Still big and athletic and physical.
Damon Morgan just blew up the center of that line. Back to pass down the middle, got his man too tall. Went for everything there. Fisher had a shot to deliver it, but just a little too tall for his tight end. Handley will take over on downs.
Great. Grayson Copeland was wide open. A little bit tall. Copeland probably could have kept running, maybe had a better shot at it, but just a misconnection there. And so the best scoring opportunity for St. Clair County falls by the wayside. And here comes Handley with some backup guys now on the offense, trying to let as many folks get a chance to play here at JSU Stadium as possible, get a chance to get out on the turf, be on television, be on the big screen here.
Bell sweeps to the left side. Flag comes in. It's going to be an illegal formation. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that we've seen our last pass in this ballgame.
As long as Handley has the ball, I'm sure you're correct. Timothy Wright was the ball carrier that time, getting his first action for the Tigers.
Illegal procedure again against Handley.
A sun-soaked afternoon here in Jacksonville, Alabama. A little breeze has been blowing in from the west all day, making the flag stand at attention here a little bit, but it's been a warm breeze, about 80 degrees out here, and it is beautiful. Everything's green. We had a lot of rain the last couple of days, greened everything out, and it is truly one of the more beautiful settings in all of college football is here at JSU Stadium.
It is a beautiful place to watch a football game, and beautiful day to enjoy it here.
One of the things that we take for granted here, living in this part of this country, is many times I hear a lot of teams that come here from Florida and Texas and places like that come here to play where there are not mountains. They're blown away with the mountains that are here because they come from places that are flat where there are no mountains, and it's something to see, kind of like we go down to the beach or whatever and get excited. They get excited seeing mountains.
Houston on the carry, has the right side. Be brought down across the way there. Skylar Mizell up to make the hit. Be second down and long, and the clock rolls with 3:08 remaining.
Handley will be done after this game. They've played all of their games today. And we'll basically have 2 more games coming up. St. Clair County and Jacksonville, and then Anniston and Leeds.
Bell up under center. He'll keep it right side, and I was wrong. It is a pass, and it's incomplete. Clock stops with 2:40.
And some of those younger guys run the offense for the Handley Tigers.
I think some of the coaches looked at each other kind of strange after the play. Who called the pass play, by the way? Clock will stop with 2:39 remaining.
This is the way I would want to spend a Saturday afternoon in the spring. I know I'm a weird football guy, but this would be great for me to come out here and sit and soak up some sun and watch some high school football.
Bell up under center here with 2:35 remaining. Third down and long. He'll sweep to the left side. Cuts it back. And brought down to the 25-yard line. Timothy Wright on the carry there. It's going to be 4th down. Now Wright does a good job right here reading his block. Turns it up just as soon as he sees daylight. St. Clair County up to make the stop. So the punt situation will move it forward 35 yards. St. Clair County gets one more possession.
I believe this Handley's first punt of the game.
I think you may be right. I don't remember another one for sure.
So one last chance for St. Clair County with 2:12 to go.
See if they continue with their starters out there.
Notice Jacksonville came out of the locker room, and I think they're out behind the stadium warming up. And then there'll be a 10-minute warm-up period for St. Clair County and Jacksonville after this game is over, and then we'll get started with the Saints and Golden Eagles.
Fisher gives it off to May, left side. Good play from the backside. Zach Nelson, Jr., able to track him down.
I would like to see May get in the open field, Tommy. I think he's a fantastic running back. He just has not been able to get untracked because of this good Handley defense. He really has not had some running room to show what he can do. Be interesting to see if he could get some open field here, what he might can do. Looks like a good-looking running back.
Got good size for sure. Fisher rolls out right side looking. Has his man too low. Pressure coming in that time. Burdette for Handley was in the face of the quarterback. It brings up 3rd down at about 9.
Pressure that time. Knew he had to throw the ball low, and I think he kind of aimed it into the dirt, trying to get it low, and a little bit too low that time. And another 3rd and long for St. Clair County. They have just not been able to do anything offensively today against this Handley D.
Back again. Fisher throwing it deep down the field. Good throw and catch. As he delivers it out here, the catch is made, and that is good for 1st down yardage right at midfield. Well thrown football that time.
That was Colby Smith, the receiver that time for St. Clair County, snagging that in, one of the few first downs that St. Clair County's had in this game.
So first down and 10. We're at 1:15 remaining. The same play, catch again. 30-yard line to the 25 goes Smith. Come back with the same exact play, and Smith, you see right here, well-delivered football away from the defender. Smith turns it upfield, takes it inside the 25-yard line.
Some of Handley's younger players taking some chances there. Kadarius Burton, I think we saw him in the JV game, coming in there playing with the varsity, taking a chance and being burned by Colby Smith. Big gain for St. Clair.
Fisher looking deep again. Got his man, throws it down, catch made at the 5-yard line and going in the end zone. Well thrown football. And the Saints are on the board here with 45 seconds left on the clock.
Nice looking drive that time by St. Clair County, rolling out away from the pressure, finds his receiver inside the 5, takes it into the end zone.
I want you to watch. Fisher's got a good strong arm. He rolls out on the run, but when he finds his man, he delivers a nice pass. And into the end zone go the Saints. And I believe this is the female kicker at St. Clair County.
That's correct.
I do not have her name as far as on our because all we have is rosters, but there she is.
She's a veteran kicker. This is about her third year coming up, maybe third or fourth year as the starting place kicker at St. Clair County. So this is not a new novelty to the folks in Odenville. She's been their kicker for several years now, and she is outstanding as well. We'll see this on this non-live extra point here.
She drills it right through there.
Is going to be good by number 15.
Again, we don't have her name, but she nails that one. 45 seconds left on the clock, 28-7 the score. Again, the Tony Sarah Ford scoring drive, 4 plays for the Saints, 61 yards, 1:27 off the clock. The Saints are on the board, cutting it to 28-7. So the Handley Tigers take over offensively. They'll try to get things going right here.
Jack State softball has been dominating so far in the OVC tournament down at Choccolocco Park in Oxford, but right now they are down to Southern Illinois Edwardsville 2-1 in play down there this afternoon.
Handoff right side, a gain of 10, maybe 11 yards for Timothy Wright as he'll go right side. And SIUE would have to defeat Jacksonville twice because of the winner's bracket, but Gamecocks are down after a perfect season in the OVC play and throughout the tournament thus far.
I want to remind folks you can watch us on the live stream. If you're out and about today, you know friends that want to watch some of the games coming up like Jacksonville and St. Clair or Anniston and Leeds, they can go to TV24.tv and watch on the live stream.
Houston on the carry. Big gainer down to about the 32-yard line. You and I saw him in the JV game. Devontae Houston, only a freshman, or actually you look at it, 8th grader at this point. He'll be a 9th grader this fall, but you see him take it, hold the ball high and tight as he comes through the traffic. Good run by Houston.
Good coaching. 3, 2, 1. They will not get this play off. Actually, they're going to let them get it off.
Handoff right side, 25-yard line down to the 21 as Timothy Wright will wind us up here. And Burgess Snowfield, Jacksonville State University. 28-7. You hear the Handley folks standing up and applauding their troops because they have been a good-looking team on display here on this field today. Chase Robinson will get a word with the coaching staff here in just a few moments. We'll try to hook up with him and see what we can find out. And again, the question is, will Strain have anything negative that he can say about this performance? And John, you and I feel like that list has to be short.
If he has, he's going to have to ponder on that for a moment, I think. Want to remind folks also, we want to coming up in August, just before the season starts, we will have our Pigskin Roundup magazine out, working on that very hard. Tommy, you'll have some articles in there, and we've got, we think, a very fine magazine coming up again. And, of course, we'll begin on August the 19th with our 13th year of the Pigskin Roundup on TV 24 on your football Friday nights beginning at 10:30. And we'll cover all the high school football here in East Alabama, as we have been doing for the last 13 years.
Chase Robinson has caught up with Coach Larry Strain. Chase, take it away, buddy.
Tommy, Coach, I know wrapping up your spring today, big win today. First of all, talk about your spring. How's it been going for y'all?
Well, first of all, when it first started, we was in track and we was in baseball, so we really didn't have about a week for spring training, with most of my main guys. But I was real thrilled with what we got done, what we got accomplished. We had some long hours. We worked hard at it, like everybody else does. But we had a lot of seniors coming back. We got about 30 seniors coming back this time, and so it was different than what it was last year. I was new last year coming in, so it was a real productive spring for us.
Talk about some things you saw today you want to build on for next season.
Well, we got to get better in offensive line. There's no doubt about that. Today I really thought Rhett, my quarterback, threw the ball extremely well. Receivers are getting better at running the routes, but it's really the offensive line and defensive fronts is what we got to work on. We got to find some more depth in some positions. But, it was a good start. It was a good spring.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck next season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, you always go to the offensive line, John.
Hey, if that offensive line, defensive line gets much better, they're going to deal some misery to folks, because today they were opening up holes and giving good protection. And I'll tell you, the folks from Handley, they're riding back down 431 this afternoon, and they are going to be giddy.
Yeah.
Excited about this football team coming up this fall.
Going to be a lot of fun. The Handley Tigers putting on a great performance here today, but there is more football coming your way throughout the day right here at Burgess Snowfield. Next up, Jacksonville Golden Eagles taking on the same St. Clair County Saints. The Handley Tigers win 28-7 in the 2016 Gridiron Challenge on TV 24.